is a Bramble Jam podcast. Hi, I'm Bran, and I love When Calls the Heart.
Hey, it's Panda, and I like When Calls the Heart.
It's Dan, and I despise When Calls the Heart. And this
is the Deck the Hallmark podcast. Hello, everybody. Welcome to another episode of Deck the Hallmark. I'm Bran, and I'm here with my good friends Dan and Panda. Panda, Dan, how are you, my friends?
It feels weird 500 episodes in to be doing an introduction, but you know, you do you.
You
man.
never know who's here today.
That's right.
You never know. All right, two truths and a lie. Let's go. Panda, you go ahead.
Okay. I like sushi. I'm Dan's friend. I like Skechers.
Dan's friend is the lie.
Okay.
You said right before him, friendship over.
You got it, Dan. You got it, Dan.
I like sushi. I like Skechers. I'm Dan's friend.
Those are all lies.
No.
You don't like sushi or Skechers, and you know it.
I think Skechers are fine shoes.
You don't like sushi.
I don't like sushi.
Yeah, that's right.
All right, Dan.
I
Like sushi.
like sushi.
Yep.
Love Skechers. And I'm more of a fancy kind of guy.
Ooh.
I think Dan. Okay. I hear me out. I don't think he's a fancy boy.
I think he's fancy under the radar, though. He's fancy in his own way.
Fancy under the radar.
He's his own way fancy.
Yeah.
I would even say he's so fancy, and everybody already knows that.
Yeah.
I'm going to go with Skechers. You don't love Skechers. You think they're fine.
Skechers are for Joe Montana and losers.
He feels that way, though, because he's fancy.
That's right. And also,
You're a platter boy.
I wouldn't say it if I was your friend, but since we're not friends anymore, I felt comfortable.
Hey, don't listen to him. He's a platter boy.
I'm not going to listen to him.
I'm dead.
I don't feel it right now.
Okay,
my
that's
heart's
fine.
hurting.
That's
My
fine.
heart's hurting right
That's
now.
fine. I don't want to force a platter boy on anybody.
No.
He
you
is a
don't.
platter boy, though, right?
I'm dead. I think of other people over myself. Sometimes I do good deeds for no recognition at all.
But really, I'm not. I'm just lonely on the inside.
Did you say I do good deeds sometimes for no recognition at all?
Yeah. Like a real platter boy.
Yeah, that's super platter boy.
You're a real Jack Thornton.
Say what you will.
Not in the good way, though.
No, of course not.
In only the bad ways. Hey, we're talking about One Calls the Heart, the season finale of season 1. How are we feeling going into this, boys? Like, this is a big moment for us.
Exhausted.
I had it circled on my calendar. Had it marked, and
You had it circled and marked?
yeah.
What's the marking?
Yellow highlighter.
The whole square?
Yeah, the whole square. And then I also circled it just so I wouldn't forget.
So you highlighted it first.
Yeah,
You highlight it.
and then you circle. I circled in pink.
Interesting. What did you do to your calendar?
Nothing. But we're one season down, 7 to go. I do know that.
I will say that when you frame it that way, it does feel like a longer task than I initially.
This is the longest
Considering
one,
how
though.
we're only doing one a week.
This is the longest season, though.
Some seasons with the movie have 11 plus the movie.
I don't think so.
Yeah, I looked it up. Some of them only have 9. It's a weird boy. They're
So
all
we're
going to
start cruise controlling.
What? No one starts cruise controlling. That's not a thing. They put it on cruise control. Yes.
No, you said. Well, what's
not-
the act of doing that? It's cruise controlling.
Some have
Putting it
10
on
plus the special. No one. This is the only one that has 12.
Okay.
Next season is 7
But
plus a
10
special
plus the special
is 11.
Well, the special's an hour and a half. It's 2 episodes. So 10 plus the special or 12 is the same thing. But one less episode to review. I guess.
And do we? We've already done a couple specials, right?
We've done 2 of them.
Yeah, we have done 2 of them. That's nice.
That's great. We're really knocking them out, guys.
Knocking them out, everyone. We are talking about
Nothing marks the slow passage of time like doing one episode of When Calls the Heart every week.
I do feel
We've done
myself
12
aging.
weeks. It's 3 months of When Calls the Heart. You don't have that kind of time left.
All right, friendship back. That was a good one. That was a good one, buddy.
You hate sushi. Season 1, episode 12. This episode is called Prelude to a Kiss. And it aired on March 29th.
That's a weird name for this episode, Brand. I got to be honest. It's almost like somebody didn't know what they're doing up there.
And it originally aired on March 29th, 2014.
We're in here for
And it went a little something like this. Boy, oh boy, everybody. Rumors are amok in Cole Valley because have you heard about Elizabeth and the fact that, I don't know, she is on her way out. Well, Jax heard that rumor, goes to talk to her and says, hey, I think this is not what you should be doing. She does not deny that the offer exists, but she does not give any real thought one way or the other about if she's going to go or not. Rosemary's still in town. There's a town meeting, and you guys remember the guy with the leg?
Yeah.
His name's Mr. Miller. And Mr. Miller calls this meeting, I guess. I don't know if this type of meeting is happening on a regular basis or if this is a special occasion. But he says, listen, you guys all know my situation. Can't work in the mines, but I do have skills. I would like to build a whole church. And they all think this is a great idea, except we don't have the money for that. Well, Mr. Gowan is at this meeting, and he says, the company could fit some of the bill. We could pay for some of it, but there's this investigation. We'd love to do all of it, but, can't do everything because of this investigation. And Abigail's like, listen, you're not going to make us feel bad about trying to get to the bottom of the fact that you killed all of our husbands. And Elizabeth kind of is like, yeah, you don't know what you're talking about. Well, Mr. Gowan says, listen, I wouldn't be too loud over there, Elizabeth, because you're on your way out. I got a new teacher coming to town. The parents find out about this. They're all very upset. They're like, no, you can't leave. There's some kids spread out throughout the town hall. It's all happening. And so Elizabeth is really in a tricky situation here. So the investigation on the Deadly Mine disaster, the mega funeral, it's heating up. Bill still looking into everything. One night he's leaving the mines, and there's these guys that just jump him, take his briefcase. They've got masks on. They're looking all tough. And he goes to talk to Gowan about this, and Gowan's like, I don't know what you're talking about. I would never do such a thing. Jack goes to try to find whoever did this, and while he's out, Rosemary goes in to find Jack in the jail, and doesn't find him, but does find a picture that he's drawing of Elizabeth. She does a mustache on her. Classic. You know the one. She's handling this well. Jack's back, and he rides in. He sees Elizabeth waiting outside, and she's like, I'm looking for the Comet. And he's like, if my name's Comet, I'm back. He doesn't say that, but that would have been fun, wouldn't it have? Despite her best efforts, Rosemary continues to be denied any advances from Jack. And one night, Rosemary's doing what she seems to do on a regular basis, which is play piano late at night in the saloon. Jack, not impressed, ends up leaving. She runs after him and basically is like, listen, second fiddle, not interested. And Jack's like, well, get used to it. There's another town hall meeting, which is leading me to believe this is a regular thing. Mr. Miller says, hey, someone donated all the money needed to build the church. And someone's like, hey, I bet it was Gowan. He's the best. No one thinks that. And Elizabeth is like, doubt it's Gowan. How about, I don't know, Jack? And Jack's just like, okay, it was me. Remember all that money he got for bringing in the what was the gang?
The Scuggins gang.
Oliver. He got all that money. He donated all for the school. How about that, Jack? Am I right, guys?
Best dude.
So the town folks are all celebrating this announcement that the church is going to be built. Gowan shows up out of nowhere, walks downstairs saying words like he's a big shot, and he says, listen, everybody, I've got papers in my hand that prove the thing that I've told to Abigail in private multiple times, which is that her husband is reckless and caused the death of these people. because he knew that the more coal that gets brought out, the more money he's going to make. He was a greedy man, and his greed led to the death of all these people. Abigail, very devastated that all this is out in the open, runs out, you know, the type of thing. Elizabeth comes into school one morning. All the kids are very like, don't leave us. They make her a card. That's all it takes. She says, I'm here for life. Elizabeth then sees Jack again. The kids are all like, oh, what are you here for, Jack? And she's just kind of like, never say never. There's this guy that pulls up, and it's Judge Black is his name, and he says, hello. I'm here to do some good stuff. And then he just nails a guy coming in on a horse. And that's Judge Black. Elizabeth, the decision to stay in Coal Valley is making everybody feel better about that, about all the stuff that's going on. And Jack says, hey, let's take a walk, shows her a picture that he's been working on. And they kiss big ones.
Yep.
Yeah.
Boy, big ones.
And that's not the end of the episode. They watched the comet together. And then Rosemary, who I think we were all very concerned about, does announce that she's going to stay. And that, my friends, was the season finale of When Calls the Heart, Prelude to a Kiss.
So you said it would have been a good line. We did it, by the way. You said it would have been a good line for him to say, call me Comet because I'm back.
Yeah, no, I like that.
So
Call me Comet because I'm back. You think that's a smooth move right there?
I think the line is the call because I'm back has nothing to do.
Hey,
hold on.
Elizabeth,
Let me explain this.
Call me
so
Comet,
she said, I'm just out. She said, I'm
Comet's
just outside.
a dog from Full House? Call me Comet because rough, girl.
It's puppies.
Haley's Comet, because it keeps coming back.
Yeah, every 90-some years.
Well, but he's back. I think you're
84
less
years or
emphasis
whatever.
on the comet, more on the coming back.
Less emphasis
You
on
said
those
we
two
can take it to
things.
tape.
I understand what I said.
Call me Comet because I'm back.
The two things are not related. What I'm trying to say is she said, I'm out here looking for the comet. And he rolls up and he says, my name's Comet. And then I should have said, and guess what? I'm back. But I didn't say that. I said, because I'm back. Those two are not related.
Call me Comet.
Call me
because
Comet.
I'm back.
Call me Comet because I'm back. I stand by it.
Yeah, you do.
So we're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back here on Deck the Hallmark.
Just haymakers down there.
Call me Comet because we're back. We're talking about Prelude to a Kiss, the season 1 finale of When Calls the Heart. We have 4 segments to break this episode of television and magic down. And we always start with the hot take where we share exactly how we felt about this episode. And I always start with my good friend Panda. Panda, you speak truth better than anyone I know.
Yeah.
So please spit the magic. Tell everybody how you're feeling about this episode.
I believe in Magic Brand because this episode was magical. All right, from beginning to end, this episode's a banger. Sets up season 2 gloriously, and it gave me everything I wanted. It gave me some action. It gave me intrigue. It gave me those two things mostly, and it was romance,
Romance, of
and
course. Yep.
listen, I could not have been more in on it. Right,
Best of the season.
yeah, and here's why.
Wow.
Here's why. Because you had the tension going on between Gowan and the town, and him spreading, I think, lies. We're not there yet, but spreading lies about Noah Stanton. And then you've got the romance with Abigail and Jack. But then you bring in Judge Black. Game changer.
James Brolin.
He does great. Knocks that guy off the horse, so we had a little bit of action. Like, it was...
Are you just gastrointestinally okay?
Yeah, no, I've had a lot of Diet Coke,
Okay,
and then
all
when
right.
that gets mixed with excitement,
Yeah, it's tough.
it's a struggle. I love this. I mean this sincerely. I love this episode. Loved it.
I'm going to piggyback on that one. Great episode of television. It had everything you want. It had, one, kissing, big ones. Good Lord.
Yes.
It had the serious drama of Gowan just like he gives some just great dialogue, but also there's that like like Western standoff between him and Bill, and it's just like all of that's working. And plus, we get to see what has become a staple on this television, which is someone getting knocked off a horse.
A staple on this television
show. It's unnecessary.
Call me Comet.
Call me Comet because I'm back, baby. No, it was not necessary for that. Hey, baby Dan. It was not necessary for that judge to knock anyone off a horse.
No.
But boy, I'm happy he did. Yeah. It's a win-win-win for Bran. Great episode, best episode of the season. Let's go season 2.
I want to be clear. Watching When Calls the Heart is the bedrock of all that is wrong with my week each and every week. It is what I look forward to the least. It is really difficult for me to watch it when I know there are other things in pop culture I've yet to consume that could have my time, or maybe just a nap. Having said all of that, they are at least starting to take the show in a direction that will be watchable, it seems. The Jack Elizabeth storyline, the kiss was great. Their chemistry was great. Gowan, I don't know how they were going to make him last 70 episodes. I've said it. He can't get meaner than he is now. But he now is my favorite character in the show because he gets these great scenes where he just stares people down and says terrible things, and he does it so perfectly. And they're willing to just leave clearly they didn't really resolve anything here aside from the relationship thing, and they even kind of leave that open by having Pascal Hutton's character stay in town. So the last
Jack shut that down clearly.
Yeah, but she stays in town, and Elizabeth's like, oh my gosh, I got to deal with her. So they don't really resolve anything. Kudos to them. They have some characters getting to work, in new avenues and get to be more fleshed out. So good. So yeah, I would say the last one and this one are the two best by far of the season. But boy, to have 50, 60 of these left is tough sledding for sure. There you have it.
Just brings down the mood every
really
time.
Right? You're a mood bringer downer.
Yeah.
Put that on your Twitter bio.
I'll try to cruise controlling more often.
Okay, that's just mean.
All right.
Hey,
we're really cruise controlling into this point.
Hey, someone should call you Comet.
You know why?
Because you're back.
Because you're back.
Because I'm back.
All the feels. You guys want to dive into that?
Please.
Feels, where we talk about feels and where we had them in this episode. Panda.
The kiss. I mean,
yeah.
what else are we supposed to say? Judge Black is phenomenal. He comes in and I'm excited about him. I'll get to him in due time.
Yeah.
But, hey, no, don't you ruin this.
I just don't know about him.
Exactly. He's a wild card.
Not in the mysterious way. Like, James Brolin is a great actor. What is he doing here? It's a very goofy performance. Like, very, very goofy. Like, getting off, like, steel gazing everybody. Like, he looks like he's out of, like, a Wyatt Earp situation. I don't know what's going on there.
I love it. Just don't mess with him.
You don't mess with him.
But don't mess
kisses.
with Texas. Big kisses.
Big kisses.
Yeah, the kiss, obviously, but I will go, that standoff between Gowan and Bill was awesome. Like, Bill even grabs Gowan by the shirt, and Gowan just keeps eyes locked. It was awesome. I'm a big Gowan head. I think he's great, and loved him in this episode because of just how he's a nasty guy, but good. He's good at it.
It's a good one. The kiss was great. Gowan doing those standoffs was fine too. But yeah, that's all I really got. Don't anything else.
Let's take a quick break. We'll be back here on Like the Hallmark.
Oh man.
No, I don't know, guys. We'll get into it. It's time for the Wait What part of the show. It's where we share things in this episode that made us go, wait, what? Panda.
not a lot. A couple things. First of all, Jack and this is going to sound more salacious, and I mean it to when I say it, but it's not intended. I'm genuinely confused. Lori's character. I can't.
Abigail Stanton. Come on,
Stanton.
man.
Hey, I'm not going to remember. Okay,
Take this show seriously
why don't you,
for once
why don't
in
you
your life.
take
Come on.
our friendship more seriously.
I'm trying
I'm
to.
just. I
It's
need
tough.
nurturing. I need nurturing.
Lori Loughlin's character.
Yeah,
of all the ones.
Abigail Stanton, and Jack are just hanging out in her place just for no reason at night. They're just chilling out, and it's not meant to be. I just want to know, like,
Scandal.
why is he there? It seems.
Scandal.
I just want to know. It's not really, but
Maybe
like,
he's briefing him on something. he
But
found
I want to
out
know what
He's
that
a part of
conversation is.
the investigation
with Billy.
with Billy.
And I'm here for it, but I just want to know, like, what's going on. That's my only way.
Don't you dare paint him in a bad light.
I'm not
No.
trying to. I
No.
really am not. I just want to know why are you there? What was the conversation? Because normally, whenever those two share a screen together, there's some sort of dialogue moving forward. Was he informing? I need to know a little bit. I get that might be the hallmark, but that we don't do those here. So I just needed to
merged them.
Yeah.
This episode,
And then
season.
they say that the sign "Forgive Me, Pa" is a symbol of hope. I gotta be honest with you, I have never viewed the sign as a symbol
No.
of hope for Coal Valley. Rather, it seems somewhat sad and depressing.
Yeah.
And just a constant reminder that 40 some miners were killed.
Yes.
So but they call it a symbol of hope. I don't think I understand. That's all I got.
I have a few things. They're having a couple of them involved a town hall meeting. One is, how often are they having these suckers? This is the first one we've seen, and we see multiple in this episode. Town hall's big deal in Coal Valley, but what's Gowan doing upstairs in the saloon where he doesn't live?
Yeah.
He's just up there just watching what's
And then
going
comes
on,
back
and then comes
down.
downstairs.
Yeah.
Is that where the folder
Who is calling the town hall meeting?
I don't know. Is it Mr. Miller? Is he calling the meetings to talk about? I don't know who's calling them.
That's a weird
I don't know
one.
what he's doing upstairs. The only thing I can think of is that's where the folder was of the evidence. But why? I don't know.
Yeah, I didn't get that.
But I will say, Rosemary, who has only been here a couple weeks and did not lose her husband in the mines, is very invested in this scandal.
Yep.
She's in this town hall. She's like looking around, like shoving people, like what? Like she's like in like in the crowd of a rap battle when Gowan's like, I've got information. She's like, oh, what? Whoa. I love her. I love that she's there. It made me laugh. Not all they all the kids get together and they give Elizabeth a card that they made for her. She opens it up and there's like, I don't know, 8 to 10 signatures on there, but there's more kids. What kid didn't sign that card? What kid is like, good riddance?
Nah.
Get out of
Can't do
here.
it. Maybe they can't write, Brandon.
Maybe they can't. But have you heard about the cat run? The cat runs fast. What was it?
More people would have signed your card, but you're a bad teacher.
Oh, you stop
Oh
that.
no, I think she's adequate.
Nice.
My biggest one, though, does come to Judge Black. Judge Black rolls into town with less than 5 minutes left. He gets out, and there is a girl
in the
in the car
stagecoach with him.
Gets out, and he just kind of tips his hat to her, and she walks off.
It was a big one for me. No, he says something like it was a pleasure meeting. It was not. It was weird. It's a lot going on there, for sure.
One, but two, why? Why put that in there?
Maybe he's a gentleman.
He's just giving her a ride in the town?
Well, they're sharing a cab.
Stagecoach.
Stagecoach. They're just, and that's what you do.
It
Chivalry.
seemed like a
It
very,
seemed very like
intimate, nice to meet you.
It was very odd.
Yeah.
And I don't know why it happened.
Yeah.
Why did it happen? Why did they include it?
Maybe just painting him. He's a little rough around the edges.
A little rough around the edges. That's
Yeah.
right. Dan?
Yeah. Can we go back to the Forgive Me Pa sign?
Again?
Look, I don't want to any more than any of you want to. But in the premiere episode of Deck the Hallmark covers When Calls the Heart and the premiere of When Calls the Heart, we spent far too long on this sign. And we could not, for the life of us, figure out if it was Forgive Me signed Pa or Forgive Me Pa by a kid. And that entire debate, which I felt like was at least 6 feet under, with the miners is now back rearing its ugly head again. Are we to understand that Gowan wants people to believe that this guy killed 46 miners and then wrote in his last moments, "Forgive me for those actions," and he didn't sign it Noah, he signed it Pa? Is that what Gowan wants us to believe?
Yes, that is.
You know how everyone in the town called him Pa? You know how that was the case?
Do you think?
I think no. Listen,
What else could it be? Because he pointed to it like, look, he did this, and this was what he says specifically.
His point is that he was asking Abigail for forgiveness.
And Abigail calls him Pa?
Around the house, yeah. Listen to your Pa. Listen to Pa.
No, man.
Hallmark Daddy sees it as an A-okay.
Homework Daddy needs to stop talking. I also want to echo the sound of your echo in saying not that it's not a sign of hope, because Lord knows it's not a sign of hope. How? Why?
Remember that mega funeral?
Why?
I do.
How? Who? Why is this sign up in the bar? Who is drinking and wants to turn around and remember the mine thing? Who's like, man, another round for my boys. Oh, forgive me, Pa. No. It's a bad idea. Why are we doing? When did it get up there? Did that happen during the show and I just miss it?
You guys know how the whole reason I'm here right now at this saloon is because of the accident. I wish there was another way to remind me.
Oh, my goodness. So Bill Avery gets attacked, mugged, and all of his stuff taken in this episode. And he gets attacked at night by someone with a pillowcase over their face.
Yeah.
And that guy has laser vision. I don't know. It's not like, look, it's 1910. Pillowcases now, maybe. That thing was a satchel. He is flying blind. He's like Luke in A New Hope.
Yeah.
He's just pop, pop, pop. He just hits him everywhere.
Yeah.
I don't know how he's doing it, but he's doing it. Bill Avery just got wore out by a blind guy. It's impressive. Don't know how it happened. Abigail is worried after taking a stand against Gowan and his money that no one's going to come eat at her restaurant. I have good news for you, Abigail. It's the only restaurant. It's the only restaurant. You can go to the saloon or you can go to the cafe. Those are your options. Even if people hate you, you're going to win that battle because they don't have any other options. That's unreal. She's
Think
like,
you cook at home?
it's like, the end of Rudy. Like, let's see if anybody walks through the door, kids. Yeah, of course people are going to come to your restaurant, Abigail. There's not any other option. And then, for the love, Jack and her walk outside and look up at the night sky, and it is a freeze frame of a comet that is not moving in the sky.
Yeah.
Not moving.
Yeah.
What are we doing right now, Wayne Calls the Heart?
It's a tricky comet.
It's a tricky comet, or do they decide to make it like a painting on purpose?
I don't know. I don't know.
I do think it was artistic.
It's inexplicable and embarrassing. It's really bad. It's just a comet that stays still in the sky.
I think it's one of
You know
those
how
things,
comets
but not
stay
both.
still? They go, hey, call me Comet because I'm staying here.
That's right.
They don't say that.
That's right.
They say, call
'cause
me
I'm
Comet
back.
because I'm back.
That's right. And
'Cause
I'll
they
be back
keep
in a little
moving.
bit. That's exactly right.
This comet is stationary.
Yeah. Thank
Wild.
you for bringing back up my statement and letting everyone know how smart it was. It was streets ahead.
Did you say streets ahead?
Streets ahead. You understand.
Yeah, I do.
It's time for hopes and or valleys. The part of the show we talk about something that gave us hope in this episode for the future of the television show, or something brought us some concern. Panda.
What brought me hope is Judge Black. I love his character. He seems like he's going to bring the old rowdy dowdy out, and I think it's going to be really great.
You think he's going to bring the Rowdy Dowdy out in season 2?
Oh, 100%. I think he's just bold. You just don't know what's going to come with him, and I love it. What gives me a valley is the fact that they were setting up for this trial, and I'm just a little disappointed. It doesn't seem like there's a trial. Like, how long are we going to have to wait for this trial? Like, I wanted to hurry up.
You think season 2 is like a courtroom drama?
Well, I'm concerned. Is that what it's going to turn into, where they're bringing multiple witnesses, and it's just we have to wait till
Oh man,
You can't handle the truth about the mines.
that's right.
I don't know.
Forgive
You never
me,
know.
Paul.
So I have a hope and a valley. The hope is the same as Panda's. I think Judge Black is great.
Good addition.
My Valley this is the only episode he's in of this show.
What?
This is it.
Are you serious?
Looked it up on the IMDb. This is all we get.
What?
This show is terrible. When Calls the Heart is awful. They brought James Brolin in for a scene?
That's what it appears on IMDb.
Oh my goodness.
So wait, are we just going to get like them recapping? Well, the judge came in and then
He was something.
he was that can't be.
He laid down
That
his
can't
form of
be.
justice.
It's just the one episode.
You can't call him Comet because he's not
Okay,
back.
pull up episode 2 without looking at it and see if he's in episode.
Season 1 of season.
Yeah,
season
episode
2.
Episode 1. You don't know
of
what you're
season
saying.
2, yeah.
You're delirious right now. It's tough.
Yeah.
I'll look it up.
Man. I just like my hope is that I'm vindicated about this show being awful, which is great. My hope is I'm glad they cleaned the saloon. My valley is that they're doing it, right before the children come in, and somebody's going to get hurt. The end of this, the morning where they give her the card, Elizabeth the card, the floor is soaking wet. I don't know why the saloon floor is soaking wet in the morning, but it's soaking wet. Somebody's going to get hurt. That's my hope and
They
valley.
bring in a new judge. I don't know, guys. I don't know.
What's the actor's name?
I don't know. It's
Do they still call him Judge Black?
it's Judge Parker.
James Brolin, everybody. This reminds me of Ian McShane in Game of Thrones. I was like, Ian McShane, great. Then he just tells a story about the gallows, and then it's like he's never coming back.
Killed. Yeah.
Well,
You're kidding me.
I
All
was
that?
I was as shocked as you are, because I was very invested in him. I'm like, oh man, how long's his arc?
What?
I know.
Why would
I know.
Why would you? I mean, they make his.
This show just
Which
thinks
makes
everybody
him even more mysterious.
Somehow he's also. I will say, he's the best character of all time in When Calls the Heart. There will never be another character as good as Judge Black. He shows up for 5 minutes, does who knows what,
one scene.
knocks a guy off a horse, and then moves.
We did, everybody. Season 1 in the books. We're going to get to What's Calling My Heart here in
Pocket Watch.
just a moment. Pocket Watch.
No
pockets, and did not sign his name. I looked for him.
Yep.
No pockets.
Yeah.
No pockets.
Smolder.
I mean, you're the one. You're the only one. Yeah. I mean, that's a big line. 8.5. 8.5 for me.
If you don't have that at a 9 at this point, where it's the first true declaration pre-kiss, there's a prelude to a kiss, and I would put it at 9.
Dang. Yeah, it's a 9 3/4.
Yeah,
9.75.
Because it, you get the smolder, but then also part of smolder, the kiss is as great as it is also because of the smolder.
Yeah.
The smolder
But the thing
comes
is,
across
before
in the
that
kiss.
scene, he does basically come across just like a whiny bee. Like he's just like listening to emo and like worried about
Just working on his art.
Oh
It's a
my
butt.
gosh! Yeah, it's not. So that took away from the smolder factor to me.
No,
But
not
that
me.
scene got him
Not
for sure.
me. Who do we have today, Dano?
Victoria Nielsen writes us and says, "Hi, Hallmark guys."
Hey.
It says Hallmark. No, it doesn't. I'm just kidding. I'm a big fan of your podcast and tell all my friends about it. Hey, Victoria, can I call you Vicky? Thanks so much. I was sad to hear you didn't have any What's Calling My Heart messages today, so she must have written this after a couple weeks ago.
And thank you.
So I thought, well, it's about time I reach out. I'm a big fan of Hallmark movies due to them being wholesome and happy content that's just easy to tune into. You can agree to disagree with that statement, Dan. I will, Vicky. Thanks. I am working full-time and in grad school, so I look forward to tuning into your shows while I'm cleaning up my house, working on emails, or just doing the everyday mundane stuff. Your show just brightens my day and makes me laugh out loud. So in conclusion, y'all are calling my heart. Thank y'all for making a wholesome and fun podcast. Keep up the good work. God bless, and may I be the first to wish you a Merry Christmas.
Oh, Victoria.
Victoria Kelly, Birmingham, Alabama, the y'all. I could tell she was Southern. Thank you so
good.
much, Victoria.
Thanks, Victoria.
We appreciate it. The kind words are always
I
welcome.
love it. You can send us your What's Calling My Heart to hello@deckthehallmark.com. Subject line, what's calling my heart? We will be back tomorrow with, very excited.
One winter weekend.
One winter weekend. That's
Yeah.
the one we're doing. Very excited about it. Until then, may we be the first to wish you a Merry Christmas.
Deck the Hallmark is a Bramble Jam podcast recorded live, and that Greenville, South Carolina, is produced by Brandon Gray. Set decor by Plum Haywood Mall. For more information on all Bramble Jam podcasts, you can go to bramblejampodcast.com. For more information on how to listen to Deck the Hallmark ad-free, you can go to bramblejamplus.com.